Lift more weights, build strength. It will help you in perimenopause and postmenopause. You're hearing this everywhere, but where do you turn to take action if you're a weightlifting newbie? I'm certified personal trainer Dr. Maria Luque, and this is the first of many workouts geared towards beginners who know weightlifting is important, but don't know where to start. You'll need some equipment: exercise bands, free weights, barbells, a mat, and some sturdy gym shoes. The 5 exercises that we'll do today are going to be squat, deadlift, a row, press, and also a dead bug. We always need to warm up, so we'll do a little bit of a warm up and a cool down at the end. We will do march in place to just start off. So just walking in place, or if you have a treadmill, you can walk on a treadmill. If you have a bike, you can get on a bike. The point here is that we're getting that blood flow going, we're warming up your body, and now we're adding to this one, we're going to add some arm circles. So forward, backwards. You can also do a couple of arm hugs here as well. This is all about shoulders, warming them up, getting some blood flow into those joints. You can come and bring the legs up a little higher, circle, circle. We got about 1 more minute here, and then we're moving into standing hip circles. Keep going. This is just your warm up. We're only going to do this 1 time, and then we're moving on into the workout. I am actually very, very, very happy that you are here, making strength training part of your day and learning how to do it. Like I said, this is the first of many videos we're going to do to teach you how to use resistance training in menopause. All right, we got about 20 more seconds here. I know it seems like a long time, but we want this. Your body needs this. And a couple more hugs here. Bring it out. All right, for the last few, bring those legs up a little higher. And then we will be doing hip circles. Alrighty, here we go. You want to bring those legs up, or one leg, bring one leg up. Keep the other one on the ground. In and out. Nice. With this one, if you have balance issues, here's where that dowel comes into play too. You could hold this here and get to have a little bit of stability, or hold on to your wall, couch, chair. But ideally, you want to work your way up into being able to do this without this one. This is a great balance exercise, and for your hips as well. All right, last one, and then let's switch. 20 seconds on the other side, nice and open. Get the hips moving. As you're warming up, you might feel that you're able to open that hip. If you lose balance like I just did, you just start back up. You're still counting. 5 seconds here, 1 more in, 1 more out. All right, we're gonna inchworm into a plank and then come right back up a couple of times. So we're gonna do 5 of these. Here we go. Out, 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 out. Nice plank, and then push it back. And you're going to roll up all the way. Unroll those shoulders, take it back down. Inch, 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 all the way into that high plank. Hold for a split second, push it back. All right, that's number 2. We got 3 more. Down, nice and slow. Let's get those hamstrings to give enough time for them to warm up. Here we go, nice and slow up, unroll. Number 3, 2 more. Awesome, this feels good. Here we go, right there, nice. Okay, 1 more. All right, last one. Here we go. Inch, 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 inch. There we go. So we have a child's pose to cobra as the last one. This will be quite the flowy movement. So coming from here, pushing back onto those heels, and then moving forward into that cobra, and moving right back. Neither one of these are exact child's pose or cobras. This is more of an adaptive flow to warm up the back, warm up the hips and shoulders, and bring it back out. This is also one of my favorite get up and stretch in bed before I get up in the morning. because you've been sleeping all night, hopefully, and your body needs to get a little movement. So I'll do this one before we get out of bed every morning. Here we go. We are going to do one more here. Last one. In on the breath, out on the breath. And there we go. That was your warm up. So for the squat, we'll start with your legs about hip width apart with your toes facing forward. There's nothing wrong with your toes going slightly out, so don't overthink this right now. This is more about the movement itself than the fine micro details. You're going to probably start with just body weight, and then we'll add some dumbbells to it later. But big pointers. So when you squat right here, that back is nice and straight, and you are trying to keep your weight on your, mostly on your heels, but your toes are not off the ground. And then you're going to come back up. You might see that I bring my arms forward. It does help a little bit with counterbalancing. So bring them up, but you can keep them down here if it feels okay for you. All right, that's your squat. We're going to start with some dumbbells, hold them to the side here, and we're just gonna start with 10 repetitions, okay? So here we go. Just follow along here. We're gonna go for 1, 2, nice and low here, 3. From a breathing pattern, you're going to go out on the push up, in on the way down. Here we go, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, the second exercise that I'm going to demo is your deadlift. And for that, I'm going to show you a little trick of mine, is using a dowel. This is your secret weapon. You can use a broomstick or anything that you have. You want to just make sure that it's long enough to go from your tailbone to your head. Grab that dowel on your tailbone and on the back of your head. Proper hinging pattern is going to be here. Now you see that there's no releasing over here. It's continuous touching your head and your tailbone. If you're rounding your back, you're going to feel that this dowel is coming off of my tailbone, and that gives away that you're rounding your back, which is not what you want to do. Start this and really get a feel for what this movement feels like, so you can do that without the dowel. This is also a great warm-up. You're going to feel a little bit of a stretch in your hamstrings, which is what we're hitting. And you're also going to notice that I am not squatting further down. So your hips, your booty goes towards the back, not down. And now when you do this with dumbbells, you are going to keep those dumbbells nice and close to your body, almost like you want to touch every inch of your front of your legs, okay? Down we go. Remember, we are pushing back. We're not going down. Now for me, this is the range of motion that I can handle. You might be able to go further down, but don't go further down just because you want to go down. It shouldn't be in your lower back. And then up through the hinge right here. We're going to come back down, a little bend in the knees as far as you can, and up, back up. That's 2. Right here. Breath in, breath out. From the front, I'm going to show it as well. Right there. And we're going to come up. There we go. 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. We have 2 more. Right there. 1 more from the side so you can see. Right there. And up. That's number 10. Okay. And then your third exercise is going to be a row. Get into your hip hinge that you just learned how to do properly. Imagine dowel. Always have that dowel on your head. And we're going to come to here. All right. So nice, good stabilization. Here we go. Load it. And we're going to come up right there. We're going to give it a nice, good squeeze at the top. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, give it a good squeeze at the top, and then unhinge and come up. The next one is your lying chest press. So you're just going to lay on the ground, bend your knees, grab your dumbbells, and we're going to come down all the way to the ground. The great part about the floor is that you have a stopping point, and then come back up all the way down and all the way up. we want to watch out that your elbows don't come over your shoulders. So it has to be either parallel or a little further down, depending on your range of motion. And here we go for 10. In, breath in on the down, breath out on the press. All the way in, all the way down to the floor, and all the way up until those dumbbells touch. That's number 2. Take it down, bring it up. If you feel discomfort in your shoulders, you can bring those elbows a little bit further down and see if this makes a difference. So right here, and bring it back up. Feel what feels comfortable for you. And definitely to remember, we're not going higher than your shoulders. So keep those elbows always slightly under your shoulders to protect your shoulders. 6 right here. We're gonna go for 7, 8, 9, and last one right there. Boom, that's 10. Coming into that 90-90. So 90 degrees on your legs, 90 degrees on your arms, and we're going to go opposite leg and arm, extend all the way, and you're going to see that this arm and this leg is not moving. They're staying stationary. You're gonna come back up, full stop, and then opposite. Again, this arm and this leg are not moving. Dead bugs, we're coming up, and here we go for 10 on each side. We're going 1, nice control here, full stop. There you go. Watch that knee from the leg that is stationary, that it doesn't move forward. It wants to. I can tell you it's very tempted to come forward, but you're not going to let it. And from a breathing perspective, we're here at 4 now. You are going to breathe in. When you extend, breathe out. When you bring it in, so in, out. There we go. We're going for 7. There we go. Nice stabilization. That's 8. All right. Starting our 9. Last one. And one more. All right. We're going to do one more round. Just grab some water. Come back. Get ready. Here we go. 10 squats. Let's take it nice and down. Keep those dumbbells to the side. There are a million variations of squats on where we hold the dumbbells, on where your feet are. We will get into that more as we progress in these series. But for now, let's just start here. And if you're doing a body weight squat, good for you. Just perfect that, get comfortable with it. We got 2 more. Here we go, last one. And there you go. All right, your dumbbells are right in front of you, and here we go. Down and up through the hips. Your shoulder blades remain retracted, so they're back and up, and you're not really moving them forward and backwards. Don't release them at the bottom, and don't shove them back at the top, because if you're doing this right, you shouldn't have to do anything with your arms at the top or in the shoulders. So nice and retracted the entire time. Here we go for 5. Up, bring it up. I find it helpful to think of a door hinge, how each side does not move, but the hinge itself moves. It's the only part that moves. Consider your hips that hinge. It's the only part of this body that is currently moving, lifting the weight, and this is your last one. Boom. All right, done with that one. Dumbbells to the front, keep them close, remember, don't go out, keep them close, and we're going to retract, squeeze at the top, and here we go for 1, 2, keep the neck aligned, 3, there's nothing ahead of you that you need to look at. Some mistakes that people make are to actually look up while they're doing this. Puts your neck in a real compromised position. So just look in front of you, right on the floor. We got 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up on that hinge. And here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it down, all the way down. In on the breath, out on the breath. Nice good squeeze at the top. Make it purposeful. Instead of going through the motions, try to remember what you're trying to work out here. There's a great chance here to have a connection with your body instead of thinking of your grocery bill on your grocery list and whatever you have to do. Think of what you're doing. Really connect here. This is you time, nobody else. Here we go for 6. And remember, it's a breath in and it's a breath out. All right, we have 3 more here. 1, 2, and then last one. There we go. All right, put those dumbbells to the side. Here we go, 10. And we're going out. Remember, nothing else moves here. And you're not going fast. This is not a bicycle. So you're not trying to go fast. That arm and the other leg, the stationary ones, aren't. Oops, see how this one wanted to go in? I lost my train of thought because I'm chatting with you. Here we go. We got 2. Keep it stationary. This is a perfect time to connect with your body. Right there, nice. Look, I'm complimenting myself for doing a good job. Nothing wrong with you complimenting yourself as well. Nice job done here. No movement. All right, 6 right there. We got 4 more. I do these all the time and still my body shakes every single time. Because if you do this right, it engages your core a lot. Right there. And we're going to do 2 more each, just to make sure we got it. There is 1, and 1 more each. And last one. Bam! Cool down. It's very, very important. We're gonna go into child's pose for this one, just to let your lower back relax a little bit, because the dead bugs can be a little tricky if you don't do them right. They can be a little hard on your lower back and the hinge as well. So we want to take some time in that child's pose. So bring those legs as far out as the mat, push it back, and we are going to bring our arms back, and we're going to hold this for 20 seconds. Okay, so bring it down right here and just kind of sit back. I know I have my legs a little further out. You can bring them in closer if you'd like. Modify this to whatever feels comfortable for you here. This one works just as well. Whatever feels better for your lower back and for your stretch. This one is all about you. So we're gonna do 10 more seconds here. Get some good deep breaths in. You're done with the workout, so take some breaths. All right, 2 more here. And last one. Here we go. All right, come on up. It is a flow, so this one's not a long hold. We're just gonna come forward into here, and we're gonna go from here straight into a hamstring stretch. Split second hold, back to the front, really push forward as far as you can. Again, yours is probably gonna look different than mine, depending on your flexibility. You might be able to come way further forward with your hip than I can, and you might be able to come more forward on your upper body here, but I can't. So go with whatever feels good to you and your body today. Also, last one here, you could be more flexible one day than the other. So just honor that signal as well. All right, last one back, and then we are changing legs. Ooh, all right, okay, other side. Here we go. Really lean into this one. You should feel a good stretch right here and here. And then push it back into that hamstring. This one's my favorite, actually. Right here feels real good. All right, forward. I like this one too, but not quite as much as the hamstring one. This one is it. This is where it's for me. Nice. All right, 3. We're gonna do 2 more after this. So here is your, right there. We're gonna go 4, almost done here. Take it down. And last one, right there, and 1 more. Good. All right. Okay, so in that 4-point position, we're just gonna push back, reach through, and then rotate a little bit here. Now we're just gonna hold this for 2 breaths, and then unroll up, and then over to the other side, right there. Bring that arm up. 2 breaths, bring it back up, unroll 1 more time because it's so juicy and good. Right there, up, And unroll, last one. If you're not ready to let go of this one, just continue doing it because it feels so good. And up. And there you go, congratulations. I hope you feel like you accomplished something huge because you, my friend, chose to do something and follow through. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Menopause newsletter in the link below. And see you next time.